Hello again, YouTube land. Pause the music. I was just listening to some Outcast. Alright, so I did post yesterday a very, very brief piece entitled New Couch, because we in fact have a new couch. It is very comfortable, and I enjoy it immensely, in no small part because it has recliners built in, which are my favorite seating apparatus of all time. So yeah, a lot of people, the place we got it was Bob's Discount Furniture, which has a location in Glendale, Queens, which I literally just finished posting the review on Yelp for. So by all means, please go look for it. If you search Lady Enigma, that's my nickname on Yelp. So, I mean, that's my nickname everywhere. That's how you find me. But yeah, the couch, win. Complete win. Oh god, I can't believe my hair is so long. Oh my god. Okay, so what else has been going on? On Saturday, we went to the celebratory supper at Sam's mother's parents' house, and it was really nice. It was I don't know if you'd call it an intimate dinner because it was like 11 people, but it was all family members. So, you know, Sam's parents, he and I, the grandparents, his uncle brought his 2 kids, and Sam's brother and better half, Hannah. Better half, other half, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, and it was interesting because they decided to have, now, this was their 65th wedding anniversary. It was also his grandfather's 90th birthday. So, interesting, surprising, not so out of the realm of understandable. They decided to have someone in to cater. And I don't mean like a team of people. It was like 1 or 2 people who did the cooking and the serving and then the dishes afterwards. So that was that. And it was actually pretty good. The dish I had was turkey with rice, asparagus, pilaf. There was rosemary focaccia bread, and what looked like kale or broccoli, but I'm not really sure how it had been cooked, and it honestly didn't look very appetizing to me. There was a starter salad, you know, with arugula, walnuts, grapefruit, and chocolate cake dessert course, and white wine for those of us old enough to enjoy it. My desk is all wet from the stupid smoothie container. Damn it! But yeah, and that was the dinner. We were only there for a couple hours. I mean, the dinner was at 6:37 was when we got there, sat down, and by 10 o'clock we were back in Queens. Because they live in the middle of Manhattan, on the Upper East Side. I don't know, near Central Park, wherever that is. I'm trying very hard to convince myself that this nutrient-dense smoothie is enough lunch. It's a challenge. It is a challenge. Being nutrient-dense should make up for it, but yet, Sam is cooking for himself tonight, and I find myself sitting here going, I really want pizza. I really do. And not even like local pizza. I mean, it's New York. Throw a stone and you'll hit a pizza place. I grew up in Maine. My idea of pizza is Domino's. Which is good and bad, depending on who you ask and how you ask it. But the point is pizza. I want pizza. What else? I don't know. It wasn't a very eventful weekend. Yeah, I'm trying to stick to a more nutrient-dense diet. The problem is that given my post-operative gastric bypass stomach capacity, which is supposed to be in the neighborhood of 15 cc's, which, roughly speaking, is a chicken egg. Although at this point, after surgery, it's probably more like 2 chicken eggs. The only way to really get nutrient-dense things is in liquid form. And that's for 2 reasons. One, when you make something into a smoothie or you juice it, you're forcing all the cell walls to just go, ah, and explode, which makes it a lot easier for your body and digestive tract to absorb all of the nutrient that it's meant to contain. And it's easier for me to do it in a liquid form, as I said, because of my stomach size, but also because I have dehydration issues. 9 times out of 10, I'm going to feel like I need something to drink, so I may as well drink my food. But as you'll see in many different offered perspectives on juice diets and liquid cleanses or liquid diet plans, it's really difficult to get into to start off with, because we are taught that food has to be masticated. It has to be consumed in a particular way. That's the only way to get food. Well, the problem is that food in this day and age is not nutrient dense inherently. I mean, depending on where you live, your personal perspective on things, your personal diet philosophy, vegan, vegetarian, etc., you're not going to get nutrient dense food. You're going to get food. You're going to get food that's likely high in calorie. But caloric density, and I've had to learn this the hard way, okay? Let's just forget or forgo all of the food documentaries I've watched, which include most of the big names like Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead, Super Size Me, Beautiful America, Hungry for Change. I mean, I've seen most of the ones they have on Netflix at the very least. Forks Over Knives. You know, I watched The Biggest Loser. I have been since it began. We are not taught about the basic difference between caloric density and nutrient density. So it's possible for the same portion of food or liquid, depending on what's in the liquid, to be calorically dense versus nutrient dense. You know, so if you take 10 ounces of something, depending on what goes into that 10 ounces, it can be 0 calories like water, or it can be 700 calories like a Frappuccino at Starbucks. But your body wants the water, not the sugar. If you take 10 ounces of food that needs mastication, if it's 10 ounces of citrus, like an orange or 2, you're going to get vitamin C, and you're going to get the benefits of the ascorbic acid, and you're going to get the benefits of what an orange is, versus 10 ounces of Big Mac, which is in the neighborhood of 600 calories and something like 30 grams of fat, I think. So getting into the liquid diet is not easy because people mistake, like I've actually heard of something called drunkorexia, I think I'm saying that right, where people prefer, if they're going to take in calories at all, that it be the calories involved in drinking alcohol versus solid food. Because the math there, as I'm led to believe, is that you're taking in calories, which means you're healthy, but you're doing it in a liquid form, which is better for you, and you get to do it with booze, which means you get to go out and have fun with your friends. Okay, but mathematically speaking, the average adult, depending on gender and other health situations, requires between, 1,300 and 2,200 calories, depending on their lifestyle, etc. Have you ever looked at the calorie content on alcohol? Assuming you are in the optimal conditions for the lowest calorie diet, 1,300 calories of alcohol, you've got to be somewhere in the neighborhood of a dozen mixed drinks, give or take, depending on what you mix it with. I mean, at 12 mixed drinks, that's an invitation for alcohol poisoning. That's all that is. That's suicide by beverage. Suffice to say, there are beverages I like that are nutrient dense, like V8, like my smoothie. Today's is Bolthouse Berry Boost juice, spinach, flaxseed, frozen strawberries, crushed pineapples in natural 100% juice, and that's it. That's it? That's it, because I decided not to add the yogurt. Even though it's lactose-free Yoplait yogurt, I didn't want yogurt today. And it is pretty good. I will say that. I mean, this particular batch, for some reason, came out almost as solid as sorbetto, which I don't understand, unless it has something to do with my Ninja blender. I'm not sure. But originally, it was so thick, I had to add more juice to it, and I still ended up with only half as much as I usually end up with when I make this particular recipe. And for the life of me, the only difference I can figure out is the yogurt. I really can't, there's nothing else different between this and what I usually make. Still tastes good. Still gonna finish it. So I'm trying to adapt my diet to accommodate the fact that my stomach is truly not supposed to hold that much food anymore. So I'll have a bagel or something in the morning with either peanut butter or cream cheese and my coffee, and then I'll have this at some point earlier in the day. I'm now starting to remember to take my fiber supplement again, as well as my iron and magnesium supplement, which I need anyway. I just finished my super duper dose vitamin D yesterday, although I'm probably going to have to go through another round of it because I'm screwed that way. I'll tell you what though, digestively speaking, I would be willing to bet the vast majority of people don't get enough soluble fiber. I'd be willing to bet, because since I started taking these again, and I swear to you, it's only 2 days, yesterday and today, a dose of this is 5 grams. I take 2 doses in a day at least, because I know what the rest of my diet contains. And I swear to you, I feel more alert. I feel more awake, and I feel less crabby. And I've been drinking the smoothies for a couple of weeks now, actually almost a month. And I've been drinking V8 on and off since I was a kid, so it's not that. But in the, 48 hours less than, I've been remembering to take my soluble fiber supplement again. I feel better. I feel more awake, and I feel less grouchy. Think of that what you will, and make of it what you can. But that's the truth, for me. Anyhoozle. I finally managed to get the laundry done, because it's raining for fuck out today, and that to me just says housework. Again, the stipulation being if I were getting paid to leave the house and go do something, I would. But I'm not. So I got my couple of errands done, got the laundry done, and one of the dryers in our basement tried to frack with me. I had to do 2 loads. I ran both dryers the same, because they're not distinctly different types of laundry, like darks and lights or anything like that. I just had too much laundry to do, so I did 2 loads. I ran the dryers the same. One of them, fine, peachy keen, not incredibly warm by the time I took it out of the dryer, but dry. The other one, I had to run for an entire additional hour to get things dry. But I did. Now I have to go fold laundry. Oh, but that's my weekend in a nutshell. So I'll talk to you guys again next time.